Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more DRG. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the first ever build that I did on this channel, and that is Magic Bullets Gunner, or Magic Man Gunner, I think is what it was called. And this is the build. What you see is what it is. So we have Bullet Hell with this specific configuration, and in this day and age, what would I change about it? I would change that and that. And that's it. That's the only change, because I think Bullet Hell is a fine overclock. It would be a lot better. Let's see here. Let me just, go to no overclock. It would be a lot better if it was just a -2 damage upgrade instead of a -3. Because that's really all that Bullet Hell needs to be an actually good overclock. And a lot of people will say that it is a fantastic overclock, and I have to, solidly disagree. You just, why would you turn your weapon into what amounts to be, a worse autocannon that has no overclocks? It's kind of equivalent to an autocannon that just doesn't have overclocks on it, and then it's, just significantly worse than Hurricane, but, Hurricane is a different beast altogether. So, this is what we're going to be building, because I'm updating this build to now, and that's the change, is just more damage. That's it. Just more damage. And then, so this tier here is completely up to you. This is a personal preference tier. I usually take blow through, but stun is fantastic for bullet hell, and armor break is technically just more damage as well, since now you're not hitting armor most of the time. So I think all three of these options are pretty good. What's the best one? Probably stun. Just generally just stun is better for everything, but I'm going to be taking blow-through rounds because you cannot remove blow-through rounds from my cold dead body. And then hot bullets is just more damage. So the second part of this build is taking the other ricochet, which technically we could take chain hit, which may be a lot better. Who knows? The second part of this build is magic bullets, which in this day and age, back from when this build was made, coil gun didn't exist. The only two AoE options that you had on gunner secondaries was magic bullets and electro mindlets on BRT. Those were your only two options before coil existed. And now coil exists, and now you just take coil. Why would you ever take these two guns when you could take coil? Because coil is broken. Why is coil broken? Select the fear mod and then see what happens. Anyway, this is the build that you run for. This is the build that you run for magic bullets. I think I had this on during the previous video, the Magic Man video way back when. It is not a very good video, and by not a very good video, I mean I didn't watch it. All I saw was that the quality was lower than what I do now. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of a bit fucking weird, but, whatever. Anyway, back to what it is. And then the grenades that we had at the time was sticky, incendiary, and clusters. Those were the only three grenades that we had at the time whenever I did this video last. And now we have lead bursters. So, what do we take on this build? We take lead bursters. Why do we take lead bursters? Well, lead bursters cover the biggest weakness of this build, which is, heavy targets, big targets. That's oppressors, that's bulk detonators. Those two creatures will absolutely ruin us. Bulk detonators especially, since we can't really do anything besides neurotoxin them, and then, what? Ping Bosco at it, and Bosco kills it in, 7 years? Yeah, sure, buddy. But that takes care of that issue. So if we have to defend a point or anything like that, lead bursters are going to be our go-to. And if you want to run something else besides it, they're all bad. Your build already deals with swarms. This is an option, and this is, Praetorian, you throw it at a Praetorian, and then it does, like, a job, and the Praetorian is still alive over there somewhere, or worst case scenario, it runs into your team and explodes, and it's kind of funny. Like, all of these are just bad. Like, the only real gunner grenade is Leadburster, just because of its potential to kill, it's not even, like, it's swarm clear. It's just its potential to kill bulks. That's the only reason I will ever run Leadbursters, is, like, bulks are a necessity to get away. And then everything else is up to you, who cares? Like, really, who cares about it? So, what are we gonna be doing? I have no idea. Do you want to do something absolutely cursed? Why would you ever do this? Okay, you know... This mission didn't used to exist, so I guess we're doing it. We can also do, Deep Scan. Deep Scan didn't exist whenever I did this build before. Which Deep Scan is the funnest? That's not fun, because it has critical weakness. I guess... Do the fucking missions just flip over? What? I'm sorry. I was so confused. The missions just flipped over. That is insane. I thought you had the same missions until you, like, back out of it, but no, it's apparently if you back out of the region, it just changes. Okay. Does that change anything? I don't like any of these missions. So I guess we're just gonna go with an industrial sabotage because, you know, I like pain. And you know what? We'll tick up the enemies twice because it doesn't matter. We have a build that is going to run out of ammo in, like, I don't know, 2 seconds into the swarm. So, I want to point out while we're going down into the mission, this is one of the worst missions that you can go to with this build. You do not have single target damage with this build, and yet we're in industrial sabotage. So, what's going to be the problem in industrial sabotage? Patrol bots, we don't have accuracy because we're running bullet hell, and we just don't have anything to deal with patrol bots besides my fists, dude. This is going to suck. So what has happened since last time I recorded? Well, it's been like a day. This is the problem with trying to record every single day, is that I just don't have anecdotes anymore. I guess I could, like, talk about some things that I'm doing. So recently, I started playing, or I started DMing Abomination Vaults, which, for those of you who don't know what Abomination Vaults is, it is a Pathfinder 2e, which is it's D&D. Alright, it's Dungeons & Dragons. It's an offshoot of Dungeons & Dragons. Specifically for people who want to know, it is an offshoot... Pathfinder is an offshoot of Dungeons & Dragons 3.5. Because 3.5 was created to, like, was open source, so you can get the books for free and all that. The base books, none of the, like, supplemental stuff. But that stuff was open sourced, and then the guy who got that, just like, okay, I'm leaving and going to do my own thing, which is kind of fucking based. But anyway, Pathfinder 1e is a great system. I think you should play it. There's a problem with it, with if you're using, like, not the books to build characters and all this. There is so many options on Archives of Nethys and the other site that you use, which is, I think, D20 PDSRD is what it is. And there's just so many options for you to pick from that you can get bogged down if you're a new player. And that's why I recommend just, like, playing a pre-gen character for a little bit until you understand what the hell you're doing. This is so awful. But oh, hey, look, we have bugs. We have I'm shooting bugs. Look at that. We're gaming. But yeah. So Abomination Vaults is the first adventure path. So adventure paths are things that are created by just like companies. The Abomination Vaults is made by the people who made Pathfinder, which is Paizo. So we don't have to like worry about building a story or anything like that. It's already been created, and like the dungeons have been created, and it's a dungeon crawler. That's what it is first and foremost. But yeah, I've been recently DMing that for a group that I am for a used to be coworker group, and it is going significantly better than whenever I last played it. And by significantly better, I mean I'm having a lot more fun. Alright, I'm the DM. I think I am just going to be the permanent DM. Because I enjoy it. I genuinely enjoy DMing. Of course, I will always have, like, hey, I want to be a player somewhere, and that's fine. Everybody's going to have that thing. Also, we need to... I remember that one of the players need to change their kobold into a lizard folk, so they're just gonna get a growth spurt for no particular reason, because they are all new to Pathfinder 2e, and it's a great experience. Pathfinder 2e is a great system. It's basically just an upgrade to... It's an entirely different system, alright, from Pathfinder 1e. There is so much that is new from Pathfinder 1e, that, like, hey, you no longer have your standard action, your move action, and your bonus action. For those of you who play 5e, you don't have those. You have your you have 3 actions per turn, and each action that you do has like a differing amount of actions. Like casting a spell usually takes 2 actions. Making a melee strike usually takes 1. But if you're doing 2 melee strikes, you have a negative to your attack roll, which kind of balances out. It really doesn't, because a lot of the time you can get more damage out of 2 attack rolls than 1 spell, because you just hit. Like, your to hit is just so high that you're just going to hit the creature. Hey, I realize I am literally walking into the, to the place, and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Please die, sniper turret. You don't have enough HP for me to really care, and then you're just dead to a power attack, essentially. But yeah, that's what I've been doing recently, and it's been a great time. They are, like, in the 3rd level or whatever, and they're about to... or they reached the 4th level as 3rd level characters, and basically at every level is a, like, a level cap. Like, if you're on the 4th level, you should be level 4. And I warned them, basically, hey, if you continue on this path, you might get fucking... you might just get stomped, dude. Please don't shoot me. Okay, you can shoot me if you only deal, 31% of my... or, excuse me, 29%. Not percent. Okay, I need to focus on what I'm doing. Because I've been too busy talking and shooting the shit that I don't know what's happening in this mission. How much nitra do we have? We have 86 nitra and we're already doing the first thing? Oh, Lord. Hey, look, it's the things that, if I shoot them, they die. What a time to be alive. So, what am I thinking about this build so far? I'm thinking this build is, fine. Like, genuinely, it's just, like, entirely fine. But I haven't encountered a big enough swarm to really, put me at edge, and already, what is my, ammo count? My ammo count was half. That is not great, but, it happens. Every once in a while, I'm reminded that I haven't turned off tutorials yet. So, oh, that's a swarm. You know what? Let's use this. I've just been using my base gun. Oh, there's a stingtail. Hey, can we not? So one of the best things about magic bullets is the fact that you can just shoot it anywhere, and you're pretty much just guaranteed to get at least a stun or a damage off. Like, that stingtail almost grabbed me, but, it's now poisoned, and now it's dead. I thought it was gonna grab me, but no, it didn't. Alright. And then this idiot. Did we not? Okay, they're both... You're not dead. but the other one definitely is. Right? He's dead, and then you're gonna die. You have 53 HP. I think the poison kills you. I was wrong. Alright, I was just wrong. Alright, let's start the absolute horror show right now, because nothing's gonna go wrong, right? If I start Haxie right now. Get away from me, the Shredder bots. I don't want you here, and you shouldn't be here. Also, I should call, because I have a Veteran Depositor, because that's what I chose for my perk, because perks don't matter, really. They don't. Notice how we're not getting value out of blow-through rounds yet. Oh, wonderful. I'm glad that Haxie just dies in this mission, because there's exploders. What is going on? Yeah, you guys need to, like, not be around. Also, that guy... Oh, my God. You know what? Have that. God bless America. The Praetorian spent one of his actions, because we're thinking about this in D&D terms, to hit Haxie. Could you just not be alive anymore? I hope you know, don't hit Haxie again. I have to very careful. So, my last video that I uploaded apparently is not suitable for all advertisers, and there's no like feedback on that. So I don't know what I have done wrong to not get all like advertisers on my videos, which is a strange feeling. But I am going to cut back, or I'm going to try to cut back on the big F word. Which already, you know how well that's gone. Because, oh my god, dude. Like, I think I should be killing these guys faster, but apparently, just throw a shield. Like, who cares? Just throw a shield. You should do that. And then go grab that red sugar down there, because apparently, you know, you just took 1 billion points of damage. How's our ammo count going? Probably not great. Just staring at my ammo being 300. Oh god, we have that. We can... Oh my god. I want out. Do we have a shield for this? I want him. I want him, dude. I'm just gonna try it right now. Go for it. Let's fucking pog, dude. Let's go. The fucking don't say the F word. Oh, Lord. This is gonna go so well. So yeah, I think that's why I didn't get full advertisements on that video or whatever. Does it really matter? No, it doesn't really matter. I just more question the fact that it happened more than it's like in effect. Anyway, that was the first battery. Now we need to go find the second battery. And I don't know where it is. And also get a resupply, because we're almost out of ammo. God, my sister telling me the F word is such a, like... So... Whenever I was very young, like, probably, like, not even 7, because I moved to where I am whenever I was 7. Probably, like, whenever I was 5 or something. My sister, who was probably 12 at the time. No, not 12. Probably 15 at the time. Because she's 5 years older than me. My sister, like, brought me in close, being like, hey, do you want to know a secret? And then, like, here's a word that you can say. And then she said the F word, because I can't say it. And I'm just like, wow, that's a mystical word that you just gave me. What am I going to do with that information? And then I don't remember what I did with that information, because it was in the basement of the house, because the basement of the house was basically, like, the kid area. Because, like, we were at we were in Colorado, and it was a 3-story house. No, it was a 2-story house. One basement, because it was on a hill. It wasn't really a basement, because it's on a hill. So the front story was... Where am I going? We're going that way. Also, we need to you know, call in a resupply real quick. So the front story was basically on hill level, and then as the hill went down, it went down a level. It was a very nice house. Anyway, we moved out of that house anyway. So we were in the basement level, and she brought me in close, told me the F word, and the rest is history, because I don't remember the rest of that day. Like, I know people can remember their childhood very clearly. There's very few things I remember of my childhood besides, like, the kid that lived across the street. I played with them. They had a slide. They had stuffed animals. We played with the stuffed animals, and that's it. Like, that's it of that person, and that was at the previous house, because there was the Aldora Street house. If you live in Colorado Springs, you know exactly what street I'm talking about. And then there was the Butter Street house, which was also on a hill, and the Butter Street house. No, it was the Aldora house. Yeah, it was the Aldora house that my sister taught me the F word, and. God, I'm gonna need another resupply to do this, I guess I'm just going to... You know what? Have two of these, idiots. I hate swarmers. It was the Aldora house, so it was the first house. So I was definitely, like, 5 or 6. No, not 5 or 6. It was definitely, like, 4 or 5, whenever I was taught that word. Did I think much about that word? Absolutely not at the time. Because the biggest thing that I remember from that time is, like, being so proud of myself, walking down the stairs in the dark. I didn't turn on the light because I'm like, I can do this. I can be a big boy and walk down the staircase in the dark. No, yes, we did put me in a sheet and throw me down the stairs. That's just something that happened because it was, you know, something that older siblings do, because I'm the youngest out of all my siblings. But yeah, we put the youngest in the fucking in a pillowcase or whatever, or in like a sheet case or in a bag or whatever. And it's like, we're gonna push them down the stairs, and I had a lot of fun doing that. That was fun. Maybe that's why I am the way I am. But yeah, so. I was so proud of myself going down the staircase in the dark, and then I missed the turn. Okay, well, we're about to be absolutely messed up by these enemies. Please stop. Just like take a bunch of damage. Who cares? Just like, there you go. We did it. just take a bunch of damage. Who cares how much damage you take? But yeah. I missed the turn and absolutely obliterated my forehead on the corner of the turn, because I didn't just walk into the wall. I walked into the corner of the wall, which is so it's just such a peak moment. And then I don't remember what happened afterwards. I believe that I cried, and my parents came to me being like, oh, what the hell happened? Alright, what happened? And then my next memory is like with an ice pack on my head in the living room watching TV. And of course, it's like one of those old TVs that have the like vacuum chamber in it. And of course, I'm a small child. I discover what a magnet is, and oh boy, what a joy the magnet is to the TV. Just place the magnet against the TV, you make pretty colors. My parents were pissed, dude. When they found out what I did to the TV. Of course, like, after a while, the TV just fixes itself, but, like, I remember watching, like, somebody swimming on the TV, and, it was all in, like, purples and greens, because it's pretty colors, dude. I was making pretty colors. Oh, God. My memory There was also a time when I walked into the living room. So, this is still in the Aldora house. So this is still in the two-story. I don't remember much of the Butter Street house. All right. That house was a 3-story house. By being 3 stories, meaning the entrance, the door, and the little door entrance was on one level, and then you had an upstairs and a downstairs. The downstairs was supposed to be, like, mostly my sister's, because, like, she's 18 or whatever, because I'm 8, or no, I think I'm, like, 6 or 7 at that point, because we moved to where I am now, before I was, or, like, while I was 7. So she was like 16 or 17 or whatever. She was a young a young adult, still a teenager, but it was supposed to be her like area down there, and the living room as well, because the living room was down there because the kitchen was upstairs. But she got sent to juvie and whatever, and I haven't seen her. I've seen her occasionally, like. When she was 30, I saw her, and I'm, like, taller than her, and it was such a weird experience being taller than her. And then she's, what? I am 26 now, and I don't... Here, have a shield. Oh, my god. She's 26 or 27 now, because I don't remember my actual age. And I haven't seen her for, 6 years, dude. That is something that happened. Anyway, what happened at the Aldora house? I was walking up the staircase from playing, like, Ocarina of Time or whatever. Mostly I just watched my brother play video games because, I'm a small child and that's what I did. Anyway, I was just, like, walking up. It's the middle of the night or whatever, and my parents are watching one of the Final Destinations. Alright? A horrifying film for a 6-year-old to walk into. Because I walked into the most horrifying moment in that film. I need to rewatch that film because I don't remember anything about it. Besides, I don't even know which Final Destination is. If you guys want to tell me which one it was, I will be glad to, like, be like, yeah, that's a horrifying experience. Anyway, it was, so I walk in, this dude falls off a ladder or whatever happens to him. He rolls to the side, being like, oh, thank God that didn't happen. And then the ladder, like, unhinges and just falls into one of his eyeballs. And, like, a bunch of, like, what I remember is pellets. A bunch of blood pellets, like, go everywhere. And I start immediately crying. My dad picks me up and just, like, I spend the next 30 minutes or, like, 15 minutes just in his arms until I fall asleep. I don't, like, it's such a moment in my childhood that I don't really, like, it didn't color my childhood any. Because I still like horror films and all that. I didn't get absolutely traumatized from it. It just happened. It didn't affect me in any single way or anything at all. It just happened. So, that's something that is a part of my childhood forever. There was also, the other... Could you, like, fuck off? Excuse me. Frick off? There's also, like, the other times whenever, my mother, so... My mother was not of sound mind whenever I was a small child. And I remember the, ambulances and police coming to my house a lot whenever I was a small child. And it wasn't until I was older, like, whenever I think about it, and I'm, like, 21, dude. It's not even whenever I was a teenager. Because it's such a who cares memory that I don't realize what happened every single time. Is that, like, oh, yeah, my mother tried committing suicide. Which, note, if you think about that, please get help, and, you're loved, people love you, there is always going to be help for you and all that. Like, please remember that shit. You're going to be missed, alright? But yeah, that's what my mother did. whenever I was young. I don't know why. Who knows? That's her own things, and I don't speak about it to her at all because, you know, why would you? Because she understands what she's did, and, you know. But yeah, that's something that happened in my childhood. And I will say that didn't color my childhood, but it probably did. Who knows? I was a small child. I was influenceable. You know, I was a small, shitty little kid that I'm glad that I went to psychiatric care at some point in my life. Why are we even talking about this stuff? I don't know. Alright, I'm just playing the video game. We're having fun playing the video game. I haven't spoken about the build at all because it's like, who cares about the build, dude? Like, seriously, who cares about the build? We're about to be facing the worst section for this build. I'm about to eat, like, 9 resupplies because of this build. It is going to be absolutely awful, and I hope everybody... Could I get up this hole, please? Holy hell. Alright. Well, now it's time... Well, it's solo. Okay, so the difference between solo and multiplayer is going to be such a massive difference. Because right now we're, like, shredding through Caretaker, dude. It's Hazard 5. We are absolutely shredding through it. It's... I pinky promised for you. It is not going to be this good in, like, Hazard 5 with 4 people. Because, you know, Hazard 1... Or, excuse me. Doing Hazard 5 with 1 person is such a massive difference between, like, 3 people. Where are we going? We're going that way. Throw a shield so I don't have to worry about anything. I probably still have to worry about, you know, somebody stabbing me, but, you know, who cares? I am down here now. So, did you know that when these electric shock things, if you are on this section, not this section, but this section of the Caretaker vault, that you won't get hit via that little shock thing. So it's safe to stand on the Caretaker vault, which is... Why? How would you know this unless you took care of it? Alright, that's something I should get a resupply. Yeah, that's shredders. Luckily I could just do this. Get wrecked, shredders. Who cares about all of you? Okay, maybe I'm in danger. Maybe I should really think about what I'm doing. Why are you here? Why did you do that? Get out of here. I do enjoy how the Caretaker has ways to prevent you from just being completely safe if you walk away from the boss fight by digging down its little tentacles, but I hate it. I hate it so much. I like it, but I hate it. We have a love-hate relationship. Please don't talk about it. I don't have Born Ready, which is a weird one. Didn't it already do its like shields? It's about to do its shields again. Yeah, okay. Oh, people say this is one of the worst parts about Caretaker, and you know what? I have to agree. I wish there was some way to attack Caretaker during those shields, and besides just like sitting there and being like, well, I guess I just stick a thumb up my rectal. Saying things weirdly is such a fun time. Because that's not how you would say that sentence normally. How's my ammo count doing? Probably not well. You know, just a thought. Please do the shock right now so I can walk in there, because I can't shoot past this thing. This is not the weapon you want to be using for this. Is explosive. Explosive magic bullets. What has been like the peak? I think minigun is just a fine weapon overall. It's just, no matter how you build it, you're just gonna shoot bugs and be like, oh, fine. Alright, I should probably throw this. Oh, who cares about the phase bombs? We have resupply, right? Yeah, exactly. We're gunner and we have resupplier. These explosions don't deal damage to me. Alright, and then the last phase, which is going to take way too long. At least, like, this build is good at taking care of the appendages. That is my current, like, thought about it, is I don't have to really pay it... Oh, my God, I overheated. Luckily, it did its shield thing, so I don't have to... You know what? I regret my decisions. I overheated. I should not have done that. Okay, well, I'm just gonna get hit by that. That's fine. Who cares? I'm Gunner. Nothing matters. Which is really how I think about Gunner. Ow! I got hit by the freaking... the vault saying, hey, don't stand here. Stand by me or whatever. Whatever that song is. Not the Stand By Me, but the other one. The other one. Who could know what the other one is? Am I gonna go down here? I am, like, stuck down here, and I don't want to be here. Okay, we're fine. Currently fine. Okay, okay, everything is going after me. Yeah. I want to get a resupply before I talk. Can I just hit this thing from over here? Wow. That's nice. Alright, we have full HP. We're just gonna... I would be downed if I didn't have, rock, what is it, red rock blasters. I would have gone down. We would have had a failure on this one. Instead of just taking damage because nothing matters. Nothing really does matter, does it? Alright, well that was a good video, huh? Did you all enjoy, like, having my childhood laid bare and my childhood traumas? Like, quotation marks around traumas, because I don't consider them traumas, because, like, I either forgot about them or worked past them. Anyway, yeah, how would I classify this build? I mean, like, for solo, it's, like, a 7 out of 10. Or like an 8 out of 10. Like, it's... you know what? It's a 7 out of 10. Alright, there you go. For solo, this build is a 7 out of 10. For multiplayer, it's probably like a 5 or a 4 out of 10. It's like significantly worse. Maybe I should do this build with other people, like on stream or something. Because I do stream every once in a while. You guys should check it out. You know, all that stuff. Anyway... that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. We're just gonna, like, skip to the... We're gonna skip to, the mission complete screen, and, you know, you all have a wonderful night. You know, I enjoy the fact that I have played this game for so long that I could just ignore whatever the hell I'm playing, or ignore whatever the hell I'm doing, and just talk. I think this is the greatest strength of this game, is the fact that I've played it for so long that I can go on autopilot for the entirety of the mission. And not think about it. Alright.